Uganda is predominantly an agricultural country, and more than 85% of its population interacts with natural resources on a day-to-day basis for livelihood. More than 65% of girls and 55% of boys in Ugandans who enroll in primary school drop out of school by the age of 18, and the majority resort to land exploitation. However, Uganda's education system tends to be theoretical and academically oriented and does not equip learners with sustainable natural resource management skills. It's against this background that the Eco Schools program in Uganda focuses on action-based learning through micro-project demonstrations which introduce students and their communities to appropriate sustainable natural resource management practices, with school grounds improvement for conducive learning environment as an integral intervention.
Parents are more interested in academics than character formation, where people should learn to live in a clean, sorted environment.
The approach we are promoting in Uganda has been tested in more than 66 countries around the world. And this approach has been proven as an appropriate tool that enhances skills acquisition, values development, and action competencies among learners.
This is done through the program thematic areas focusing on issues of concern like sustainable agriculture and food security, waste management, energy conservation, and water conservation. Over years, the world has undergone environmental degradation and needs appropriate conservation and sustainable development to conserve the biodiversity. SECOD has initiated an Eco School program emphasizing integration and infusion of environmental education approaches and methods in all subjects through curriculum work with emphasis on child-centered planning, which encourages people's skills, competences, and action in their daily lives and career development. This is currently being practiced and implemented in the districts of Western Uganda. Energy, whose major sources are the environment, is a critical factor in both poverty alleviation and the development process. Increased use of energy has become a major contributor to the environment problem. The products, processing, conversion, transportation, and final use of energy all have potential adverse effects on the environment. SECOD is working on energy and fuel wood saving as a tool to conserve natural forests and biodiversity. Under this project, communities are guided in sustainable utilization of biomass energy and to reduce on the rate of fuel and wood consumption by using permanent shielded cooking stoves. Communities have been empowered through Eco Schools to promote energy-saving cooking practices, and as a result, a number of energy-saving cooking stoves have been constructed in Eco Schools and communities around. Pupils learn how to construct cooking stoves at schools while parents adopt them at home, and the component of community outreach is meant to stimulate communities, parents through a wide range of community outreach interventions to improve livelihoods. Climate change is being experienced in different ways. Excessive rains to no rains in different parts of Uganda wreaking havoc, and normal agricultural activities causing floods and droughts, cold and heat waves throwing normal life out of gear. What is hopeful, though, is the increasing green consciousness across the country to reconstruct a sustainable environment by rethinking development. A 3-district-related community baseline survey conducted in the project areas of Mbarara, Isinjiro, and Bushenyi investigated people's livelihoods, social status, and environmental conservation in the region, focusing on water. It is evident that majority of people in the sample areas share water sources. Over 666 people out of 717 sampled confirmed sharing of water sources, and there is increasing scarcity of water. At least 279 shared wells, 25 shared tapped water, 189 shared spring water, 32 shared borehole water, and 141 shared stream water. It's from this analysis that SECOD promotes rainwater harvesting among other micro-projects in eco-schools as a demonstration at school for communities' replication in the region. Uganda, just like many countries in the world, suffers from poor waste management. Much as efforts have been gathered towards the issue, a lot is left to be desired. SECOD has embarked on this venture through calling on parents to be role models to their children while trying to put the mess, especially through recycling waste materials. This is all in a bid to ensure a clean environment for all.
In the 8th Parliament, that is around June, we passed a law banning plastic bags of all sizes. We are up in arms as a Parliament to make sure that this law is implemented to the latter.
However much we as children have tried to play our roles, the adults' or parents' behavior is affecting our current behavior towards waste management. Parents are not acting as role models. For example, we first had the National Litterless campaign in Mbarara district at my school. When we were carrying out to the waste management around the town, adults know that we should do it, but they remained in their shops seeing us when they were not helping us.
In Uganda, over 80% of the population is employed in agriculture. The majority of the people in rural areas own land. However, it is heartbreaking to find some families, especially the widows and child-headed families, who cannot efficiently farm their land because they lack the seeds to plant, or effects due to the changes in the weather conditions. Poverty are very devastating and continue to take lives of thousands in Africa. SECOD has therefore come up with drip irrigation in schools to keep the farmers on their gardens and fulfill their irrigation needs, no matter the conditions.
Another way of keeping the soil fertile, we have to keep it free from other materials. As the children are trying to do, they are trying to remove the unwanted plants from the soil which are not wanted. They are trying to weed the manure that rots is brought to this plantation to keep the soil fertile, which makes the plants grow healthy, and they are taken to the school, which are supplied to the children.
If a school has not adopted the 7 steps criteria and is not environmental friendly, it should never and never be called an eco school.
I find that the eco school is a brilliant answer on how in activities actually to spread the education for sustainable development.
Intergenerational transfer of values, principles and knowledge through schools will lead to sustainable generations.